Hello, Dr. Adler. My name is Arlette. Of course, you knew that. um, my book review assignment, I read Unquiet Mind by Redfield Jamison. It's a memoir about manic depression, and I wanted to read about over mental illness and how one deals with it and the struggles that they go through in their daily lives. So what I did was I created this mood board, what I think the book represents, and I'll be talking about over some of the images and what they present. Just a background about the book. Kay has this huge passion for learning and education, which she later on becomes a clinic psychiatrist. But throughout most of her life, through senior year in her college career, she was dealing with manic depression. She would try to balance her manic episodes and her academic life with her personal and her job. Some of these images, they present education. Like I said, she was very passionate over education and learning. When she was growing up, she had very supportive parents. I loved that her parents would support her for everything that she did and always answer her questions. And throughout the book, she shows that learning helped her keep sane, which is a huge part of her. And on the top right image, it's Beyonce, imitating a famous World War II poster. I chose this image just because in the 70s or 80s, there was not many women in her field. She was like one of the few women in her field. But Kay didn't really care. In her book, she discussed how she had very supportive colleagues, but some were not very fond of her because she was a woman and she was very smart. And then other images I have up there, kind of in this left side, they present mental illness, in her case, manic depression. She struggled with her illness and it took her a long time to face it and get treatment. Kay points out in her book that people don't fully understand manic depression or any other kind of illness. People would always just tell her she'll be fine, she'll be normal, but she knows that that's not true because she was quote unquote never normal, because this is what this is most of her life that she dealt with. And I think it's important because that she pointed that out, because a lot of society and people don't fully understand mental illness. It is becoming a little bit more aware, but people like to stereotype and don't grasp what people are actually going through. And then on the next to We Can Do It image, I have a picture of lithium. Lithium was the drug that Kay would use to treat her manic depression. She had this love-hate relationship with this drug. She knew that she needed this drug to survive, along with therapy. But the thing is that lithium would get in the way of her learning. She struggled to read articles and books, and it took a big toll on her. Education is a huge part of her life, and she wasn't able to like read a sentence and grasp what the sentence was saying. Another important thing that I noticed from the book and from her life, that she had a very supportive community within her colleagues. They had a huge relationship with her psychiatrist. It was a very tight relationship between her mental illnesses. They were fully aware of what she had. They would ask questions with her psychiatrist. having that tight relationship is very important for these people, for anyone, um, just because it makes us humane. It it helps one, helps everyone, and she had this huge support which helped her succeed in life. It was very important for her. I believe that it should be like this everywhere, and people should take notice that we need to help one each other. And then Kay does go into labels for any mental illness. For her case, there's labels that call bipolar crazy, psycho, and I have these labels that I think she is. And I don't see her someone that is going through a mental illness. I see her as a very strong, courageous, intelligent, powerful, and messy. And I think it's important to not to misjudge someone because of their illness. And society tends to label people, and she takes notice that sorry, I got interrupted. But yeah, I think it's important not to label people with mental illnesses, especially when we're not fully educated on what they're going through, and society is not fully aware what mental illness is. We don't fully grasp how their world is, and I think it's important for these kinds of books and case exposing her life to show people that we don't fully understand what they're going through. And I think it's important for public health to have this book because it shows like as much as we try to like understand, we'll never understand. So that's why we have to keep mindful of and support these people because look at Kay, she is successful and mental like her manic depression does not describe her. So for anyone in the academic world that's going like through mental illness, I think it's a very important book to have that out there. But yeah, I really liked this book. I really recommend it. But yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.